I'm Keith Maynard from the Hydrogen Standard here in Rotterdam at the World Hydrogen Expo on the booth of Burckhardt Compression with Pinky Vijay, the sales manager. Pinky, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much, Keith.
Tell us a little bit about yourself and also more about Burckhardt Compression and what you do.
Absolutely. My name is Pinky Vijay and I'm the sales manager for hydrogen mobility and energy. I'm working out of our headquarters in Switzerland. That is where we are manufacturing most of our compressors. About Burckhardt Compression, we are a reciprocating gas compression manufacturer. We've been in the industry for about 180 years, so that's a big legacy that we bring in, with almost 60 years or plus 60 years in hydrogen compression.
One of the originators of clean energy in this format, and that's an incredible heritage. What's your purpose? What are you trying to bring to the hydrogen field?
Our purpose is to create leading compression solutions for a sustainable energy future. When I talk about sustainability, we're talking mainly focusing on applications where our compressors can be used in order to highlight the sustainable applications. So when we talk about sustainable applications, I mean in fields like e-methanol or green ammonia is another topic. Or in Europe, we're seeing a lot of eSAF today, that is your sustainable aviation fuel. These are all applications that contribute to sustainability and to our company's purpose.
So what is it that Burckhardt Compression bring to those applications that maybe some of your competitors don't? What's your USP or your differentiator?
Yes, as I already mentioned, so we are bringing in the wealth of knowledge with 180 years. And when we talk about specifically about hydrogen compression, that's 60 plus years of the experience and the know-how and the R&D that we bring into our compression solutions. So when we talk about our compression solution and what it differentiates between others is the fact that we have a lot of experts in-house who are putting together a perfect solution for their sustainable energy future.
Particularly when we think about Europe, what is it you're noticing about the market here in Europe?
So when we look 5 years back, we were talking about hydrogen, which was like the future hype, right? There was this big hype about how hydrogen was the thing, like a gold mine. Today we're seeing projects which are more stabilizing, I would say so, and projects which actually move into FID when there are offtakes agreements which are in place, or there are, let's say, subsidies which are granted by the government. So there's definitely a shift from what we saw 5 years back, which was like this big hype, to now projects which are being realized with more substantial information and substantial subsidies which you get from the governments.
And you've obviously released an awful lot of innovative products recently. Would you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, especially when we talk about Europe, what we're seeing is that there are a lot of these projects for trailer filling applications. In the past, there were a lot of applications which were concentrated on gigawatt scales, but now we're seeing relatively smaller applications or smaller projects which are being realized on the trailer filling side. So when we talk about sizes in terms of electrolyzer, we're saying 2.5 to 5 megawatt electrolyzer, or even up to 10. We see a lot of these smaller projects, but relatively stronger projects which are coming into the market, and that's what we're really seeing in Europe. When it comes to Burckhardt Compression and the products, we're kind of market ready for everything. So it can be any type of gas, not just hydrogen. We are kind of really ready for the market, even if it takes off to bigger scale.
And you mentioned obviously that now you're seeing some of those smaller electrolyzers with the way the market's shaping up in Europe. What are the challenges in creating something bespoke for that, as opposed to the more traditional size of electrolyzers?
Okay, well, at Burckhardt, we have kind of catered to the market already. What that means is that we have plug-and-play solutions already, which are really market ready. So when we're talking about plug-and-play solution, we have our diaphragm compressors, which are catering to 2.5 megawatt electrolyzer use case, or even a 5 megawatt electrolyzer use case. Then it's about scalability. So what we do is when we see 10 megawatt or even higher, we can scale up with our plug-and-play solution, which is already really market ready today.
And what's next for Burckhardt Compression now? What's the next 12, 24 months look like for you?
We see a lot of need for decarbonizing industries. So there's a lot of compression solutions which are really required for that. Like for example, in the field of refinery, where You need to be using green hydrogen in order to be also RED III compliant or even government policy compliant. So we're focusing on those applications too, apart from the trailer filling. And we also see a lot of pipeline injection, and compressors that are needed for pipeline injection of hydrogen is another boom that we will see, yes.
And finally, Vijay, regarding the connection that you have with your clients and the relationship that you build, having had that history of working in the industry for so many years, what is it you feel you can offer to clients that really is different, that really, in a sense, makes you special?
So with our piston compression solutions or with our diaphragm compression solutions, there's something called as MTBO, which is your mean time between overhaul. That's the time between when you start a maintenance when you start a compressor and to do the maintenance. So this mean time between overhaul, when it comes to our solutions, we can guarantee you the maximum mean time. When I say maximum mean time, we are talking about 12,000 hours, 16,000 hours, and these are topics that is really something project developers are looking today. So that's something that we definitely bring in from our side.
Thank you so much for taking time to chat to us today. We wish you a fantastic conference here in Rotterdam. Thank you, Vijay, the sales manager from Burckhardt Compression here in Rotterdam at the World Hydrogen Expo. Thanks for watching.